last week I was talking to a guy who's got one of the biggest SEO agencies in the world, got a huge podcast, and he's been using this. He was just like, I think you're crazy for giving this away for free. And I was like, okay, why do you say that? He's like, well, it's so valuable. And I was like, yeah, okay, great. I mean, that's the point, right? Like, and then we can sort of figure out how to make our business work later, but like leading with this unbelievable value. So he said, I literally feel like I'm getting away with something because it's free. And Pete was on the call and Pete was like, well, yeah, but like, have you been telling people about it? He's like, yeah, I can't stop. I literally can't stop talking about it. Like all of our customers, everyone that I meet in any business setting, and I can't stop talking about it on our podcast. And I was like, well, that's literally exactly what I'm trying to engineer by doing this. You could go acquire a customer and then use that cash to pay for ads to create something that didn't have this emotional effect behind it. Or you could do what we're doing and create that excitement inherently in the product. Just view that like everything that would have charged, I would have plowed back into marketing anyway to create this. That's kind of the approach. That's not the crazy part. What's crazy is he said, just so you know, I've started teasing a $5,000 setup fee and $3 per lead for your free product. Do you care? And I was like, no, knock yourself out. Like, he's like, you're not going to want to. I'm like, no, like totally fine. I hope you make a ton of money. He's like, I just want you to know that like people are biting on that offer. That's great for his customers that he won't pay us for. Now, he could not charge $5,000 for everybody. He's got huge customers, right? Like, and maybe he's going to serve them in a way that like we would not or whatever. The TAM that he's dealing with is tiny and the TAM that we're dealing with is enormous. However, I love that because it illustrates the value of what I believe is necessary to create a product that is viral on its own today, right? It has to be so incredible that people talk about it in those terms. It's like, dude, like I'm charging people $5,000 for this free thing. Like, I don't understand why. Viral is literally what it is, right? It's like you let that spread among people until it's got total penetration and then figure out how to make money someday. But that's wild. Another thing that I talk about a lot is this product market fit thing. I think it's highly related to word of mouth. If you have word of mouth and you have something that's spreading on its own, there's a lot of ways to accelerate it. If you don't have that, everything's a grind. I put a LinkedIn post up on Saturday that was like a conversation I had with Varun, who basically made some PLG recommendations. And kind of the headline was that like, we're not converting anybody. And, you know, I get all this advice that's like, well, you should just like, people will pay for what you're giving away for free. There's too much value. There's not enough in the paid plan. Like you should ratchet it down or whatever. You should charge for, you should give them 25 leads for free. You should give them 2 weeks free or whatever. And that's it. That's true. We could charge a lot of those people money. But what I do know is this right now, this is super viral and growing on its own because of this reason. You can ratchet down on the value that's in this offer. And at some point that will stop. I don't know when it will be, but it'll stop. I'm scared of doing it at all. I don't want it to stop. Like, I think this is the best thing we have going for us. The combination of the LinkedIn megaphone and this offer that is inherently spreading on its own and creating user-generated content for us without us even asking for it. Like, I wanted to build all this stuff to get LinkedIn posts and people are just doing it. I'm scared to pull anything back from the huge free thing. And the hope is that we can just keep adding enough value to the paid side of it that works for the next, few years or something like that, which I think probably can happen, but I could be totally wrong about that. I just don't think there's a lot of moats in software. I view this free offer as a moat. If you own a category and you're not making $1, I still think that is literally own. Like you have 80% penetration into the people that would use it and you're not making $1, that's still a unicorn, in my opinion. If you're creating value for all these people and it's an important part of the business process and you have shit going on like this guy saying he's like charging people $5,000 setup fee and $3 a lead, right? If everyone uses that product, that is still a unicorn at zero revenue.